Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to do a reading. We're going to see what the message is today. Keep in mind it's general, okay? Some parts may resonate, others may not. Could be past, present, future. You will know best how this resonates, okay? For you. Now, if you're interested in zodiac sign readings, those are over on Patreon. You can find that down in the description box, okay? I like those. Those feel a little bit more personal, okay? Every sign really feels like a whole different energy. I really enjoy doing those, okay? So you can check that out if you want. So let's see here, Spirit. What is the message today? What is the message? The Three of Swords in reverse. A King of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Wands and the Five of Swords. The Page of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so this is about healing, overcoming some sort of pain, overcoming betrayal. Okay, something that hurts here. We have a King of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who can be very greedy, unreliable, not very dependable. This is someone who does anything for money, okay? They could have debt. They could be weird with the money, okay? Six of Wands. Someone thought that they would have victory and success here by doing something deceptive, plotting, scheming. Let's see, what is this? Why is the Three of Swords in reverse here? The Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Wands. I don't know, I feel intuitively this might go into a crime hour, okay? Not necessarily because of the cards, but something is just telling me that. Okay, Seven of Cups. So someone here creating some sort of an illusion, creating confusion about wanting to heal some sort of heartbreak, wanting to overcome betrayal. This could be someone reaching out to apologize, talking about future plans, okay? Saying, I want to make it better. I want to make it right. I want to heal some sort of heartbreak, overcome some sort of betrayal. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse here? The Moon. The Lovers. This has to do with a relationship, okay? Something hidden about a relationship, keeping a relationship a secret. Possibly the Five of Swords. Yeah, somebody doing something deceptively. Somebody doing something deceptively, okay? Wanting to keep a relationship a secret. What's the Six of Wands? The Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Okay, so somebody, basically what this is that a King of Pentacles in reverse approaches someone with an apology, says, I'm sorry for keeping our relationship a secret. I want to make it better. I promise in the future, I'm going to do all these things to heal this pain and betrayal with you. I want to invest into a family, okay? I want to be a family with you. I want to have all these things. The Devil. Yeah, okay, but something about this has to do with control. Someone here thought that they could have victory and success with this situation, controlling someone, okay? Binding someone. What's the Five of Swords? The Ace of Swords. So now the truth is coming out about some sort of deception, manipulation in the past. The truth is coming out about the past. The Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, and someone feeling heartbroken about some sort of a blessing, okay? A gift, a monetary investment, someone feeling heartbroken about this. Yeah, and how all of this was manipulated in some sort of way. We have the Queen of Swords at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty straight to the chase here. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Someone creating an illusion here. The Hierophant, about wanting marriage, possibly. The Tower. Okay, what's the Hierophant? A great fortune. So somehow this has to do with someone trying to create an illusion around a great fortune. What's a Tower? Thoughts. Someone thinking about a great fortune, how they can get a great fortune. So this plan to reach out to someone and apologize and want to heal some sort of heartbreak and pain, this was a tactic to get some sort of a great fortune, okay? What's a Tower? The Tower for a family. Okay, why is a family going through a Tower moment? Because someone lied just to work together. Because this was a strategy, just to work together. Someone lied to these people in order to work together with them, to get them to work together. So what did they lie about? Someone being a chaser. I cannot. It's like, ugh, guys, just watch some other of my readings. It's really, it comes out a lot. It's like someone telling these people, oh my God, they're chasing after me. They're codependent. They won't leave me alone. Collective is a stalker that just won't leave me alone. Please help me, right? Keeping a relationship a secret, the Moon. Heartbroken. That someone secretly feels heartbroken about a breakup, okay? Someone is grieving a relationship. So girl talk, someone on the phone talking to someone, okay? Telling someone, oh, I'm so hurt about this breakup. I just want to make it better. I want to heal this heartbreak. And this whole thing is just a strategy for money, okay? 5 of Swords. Breakup in reverse. Yeah, I don't want to break up. I don't want to separate, okay? I'm so heartbroken about our relationship, right? So tell me about this Devil. The 8 of Swords. This is how this group of people thought that they could have victory in getting you trapped, okay? Or they told, whoever this is, told someone, I want to be with you and I want to have a family with you, but I'm trapped in control, okay? Someone is controlling me. They're obsessed with me. They have trapped me and they won't let me go. 2 of Wands, that was the plan. That was the plan, in making you look like you're obsessed, you're crazy, you're angry and jealous. That's what they told the police. That's what they told the police, using these messages. So they go to the police and say, oh, please help me. This person won't let me go, or won't let this King of Pentacles in reverse go, or won't let someone go. They're being held hostage. They're being controlled, okay? Child. Something about a child, okay? Or wanting to look innocent. What is this? That was their new idea. That was their new plan of action. Page of Wands in reverse, coming in with some sort of false information, okay? Lies, false information. What is clock, needing time, taking time. Okay. A self-absorbed narcissist in a one-sided relationship. So yeah, it's kind of like, okay, so whoever is talking to this person, right, saying like, I can't go, I can't be the one to go and talk to the police because I'm being controlled and trapped here. Can you go do it for me, please? Can you go to the police for me? I can't do it because I'm being trapped here. I can't talk. I'm being silenced, right? So what's the 5 of Swords? Soulmate connection. Yeah, this is someone that strategically played someone, pretending to be in a relationship with them, just to get them to go do their bidding, which is go to the police and lie. right? The Four of Cups, saying that someone feels rejected, someone is unhappy. Strength. They feel like they're being controlled. And the whole time, it's this King of Cups behind it that's lying. Please, if you resonate with this, just go watch the other catfishing messages, because this is this catfish that is pretending to be someone else. It's just the same thing again. That's why I know it's going to be a crime reading, because there's got to be more information. Because I've already gotten this message so many times. This is about how this King of Cups, as a catfish, pretended to be someone else and lied to someone to get them to go to the police. It's like, so King of Cups is pretending to be King of Pentacles, okay? So they're contacting then what? Someone's ex and saying, oh my God, I want to be with you again. I'm so heartbroken about our breakup. I want to come back to you, but I can't because I'm being controlled by this person here, and collective won't let me go. Collective is obsessed with me and codependent on me and blah, 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 lies, lies, lies. Can you please go to the police and tell the police that I'm being held hostage and controlled against my will, right? That's what this King of Cups did. So anything else that we don't know yet, before I get into the crime cards here. Yeah, okay, so they asked someone else to take this action for them because they wanted to, it's like passing the baton. So King of Cups doesn't want to be the one with the burden, right? They don't want to have to do it. They don't want to be the one that goes to the police and tries to get you messed up. They're going to try to pass the baton to someone else so that someone else can do the heavy lifting and the burden for them, right? So it's like brainwashing someone, catfishing someone into going to the police so that they don't have to do it. So that they don't have to do it. They get someone else to do the dirty work. That is literally this energy right here. Can you go do the heavy lifting for me? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the heavy lifting. I just want to sit back and enjoy the show. Okay? I just want to sit back and get satisfaction off of some catfish person here in the collective reporting you to the police for things that you didn't even do. Okay? And saying, look at this. It comes out again. The Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles. This came out in the last reading. Okay, it's something about, I feel like the Hermit is the catfish, honestly, and something about this ring or this gift or this monetary blessing here. No, you know what? This could even be the device, because a pentacle is something tangible, right, of earth. It's something you can actually hold in your hand. So I don't know if this is like the actual phone. Okay, it is. Look, this card sometimes gives me someone looking at a phone because she's holding something in her hand that she's looking at. This has to do with the phone. This has to do with the actual phone. Okay. That they were using, I feel like it's the phone that the King of Cups was using, okay? That they were putting all this work into. Yeah, a fraud. It's the fraud. The Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands in reverse. It's the phone. Something about the device that they switched around to make it look like it wasn't them that was messaging or something like that. Or something about the fraud, the identity fraud, switching things around so that it wouldn't look like it was this person sending the messages. It has something to do with the devices, the way that they use the phones to switch things around and make it look like it wasn't them. The Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, yo. It's about how they tried to bind the phone to you, or how they tried to bind the device to you, or how they tried to, they didn't want to be bound to the phone. They didn't want it to be traced back to them. They didn't want it to be traced back to them. So that's what this is about, okay? Okay, so tell me about them switching around the phone, or what else we need to know about that. The Emperor, the World, and the Emperor. The Hermit. Something about this Emperor. Who's the Emperor? change on the pathway. Something changing on the pathway. Okay, let's see. Okay, tell me about this Emperor and the Hermit. A chronic illness. Death. Death due to a chronic illness. And the receipts. This has to do with some sort of receipts of someone dying because of a chronic illness. Text messages that were given to Homeland Security, Customs, or Zoll, or some sort of text messages that, or there's receipts of these text messages with Homeland Security, Customs, Zoll, of someone talking about death due to a chronic illness, which kind of reminds me of my reading, the Am I the A-hole or Are You the A-hole reading, where it's like talking about maybe someone passing away due to, I don't know, bad health, okay? Something here could have been switched around, like just like that reading where they could have tried to say that you were threatening to do something to someone or you were going to do something to someone, when in reality, you might have just been saying, look, this person might not last too much longer, okay, because they have a chronic illness. That's not at your hands, okay? People's health is in their own hands. And if somebody is not taking care of their health and you're just making an objective observation that, maybe someone's health is bad and they have high blood pressure or they have a risk of heart attack or something like that, that doesn't mean you're doing that to someone. That does not mean you're doing it to someone. It could be something like that. Prosty. And a mortgage. Why did I get prostate cancer? Why did I get prostate cancer just now with that? Okay. Or this has to do with someone trying to call you a prosty at a home, or saying that you do some sort of sex work at a home. A confession of being roofied, a confession that was made. This has to do with trafficking. Yeah, okay, K. A confession about how you feel like someone tried to traffic you at a home after trying to roofie you, maybe with K. So you could have spoken it out in some sort of way that you feel like someone tried to roofie you and then traffic you at a home. What does that have to do with a death and chronic illness? Or this is what they try to cover up? Sacral energy, something that they said, okay, look, something that they've been doing here. You could have spoken it out that you feel like I said, someone tried to traffic you after roofing you at a home. And so, and to cover this up, that you might know that they try to do this to you, they have some sort of text messages where you're talking about how you feel like someone might pass away in the next couple years because they're chronically ill. And maybe, I don't know, even their own family members have passed away from the same illness. So it's not looking so good for them, okay? Using these text messages to cover up what they did. Solar plexus car crash. A car crash. A wiretap. Okay, so Homeland Security, soil wiretap. Heard you talking about how Homeland Security, soil customs wiretap. heard you talking or texting about how someone might pass away due to a chronic illness. Okay, so if you're talking about someone, like I said, are you the a-hole? You don't want your, some certain family members coming to your wedding. So you're contemplating, maybe I'll just wait a couple years because with their health, it ain't looking so good anyways. And maybe by that time, in a couple years, the problem will have taken care of itself. So you're saying things like this. Okay, that's just an example. That's just an example. You're just talking about this on a phone, which is not a crime because you're not threatening to do anything to anyone, okay? You're just talking about how someone is chronically ill. It doesn't even have to be that. It doesn't even have to be the Are You the A-hole reading that I did. It could also be maybe someone else that got chronically sick, okay? Someone in your life where you're like, oh, that's karma, okay? Maybe that's karma, right? If someone all of a sudden, ends up in the hospital, someone that tried to do something to you, you don't have anything to do with someone's health or their illness. And if you're talking about how they are chronically ill due to their own bad health, and that could end them in a couple of years if they don't get their shit together, okay, or, do what the doctors tell them to do, how is that your fault? How does that make you a bad person? How are they using this against you? Text messages, wiretap, and Homeland Security. So they heard you talk about something. And IRS, or the IRS heard you say something on a wiretap, okay? And L. South America intimidation. I mean, if they heard the whole conversation, let's be honest, if they heard the whole conversation from a wiretap, or maybe it's not the IRS and the Homeland Security wiretap. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck is wiretapping your phone, or maybe it's just hacked phone and they're just reading your texts, or they're just reading your conversations or listening to your conversations. I don't know. And they're just taking snippets of it. Okay, they're not even, giving the whole story. They're not even talking about everything that you said. They're just literally taking little tidbits here and there and then saying, oh, look, this proves something. It's like, where's the rest of the conversation? Oh, it's pictures. So it could be some sort of screenshots. Transfer, landlord. A landlord is transferring pictures. Or this has to do with a landlord transferring some sort of pictures, okay? And water betrayal. Water betrayal. Picture transfer, or maybe it's WhatsApp, I don't know. WhatsApp betrayal. Pictures being transferred. Landline. Landline? Maybe it's landline, not landlord. Landline betrayal. Or water pipes. Maybe it's some sort of pipes. Landline pipes. So maybe there is a wire that goes like into the wall. Maybe it's not water, maybe it's walls. Is there like a wire in the walls, in the landline wall? Water, pipes. Malicious intent. Someone who's a trade job, a mechanic, or an electrician. Someone who has a trade job, a mechanic, an electrician, or a maintenance worker, someone that can work with pipes, someone that can open up the wall, someone that could put like wires in the wall, or something about the socket. Maybe like something about the sockets, the electrical lines. Malicious intent, electrical lines, water in the walls, landline. Why do I feel like it's something like that? I don't know if the wiretap is something like just on the phone. Like maybe it's even listening to conversations you're having in your house. Talking about a mother, a testimony, credit card. This has to do with this has to do with a testimony that someone made, a mother, because of a mother. A testimony and a credit card. Mental illness. This has to do with something that you said about someone having an illness, someone's mother possibly, or a maternal figure being ill. A testimony that these people made about this person having an illness, or the testimony that they made is because you said something about this person being ill. They have an illness. They have heart problems. They have high blood pressure. They have who knows what they have, okay? They're not healthy. So why is that coming out here? Jurisdiction. Pressing, because that's something that they used against you to try and press charges. Because you're talking about someone having a chronic illness that might pass away in a few years. They want to press charges using this. That's so, okay. The reason why this is stupid is because that's kind of like you just having a conversation with someone that you might know has like, I don't know, like cancer. Okay. And so you're having a conversation saying like, oh, this person might be, maybe they'll pass away in a few years. Who knows? I feel like that's a normal conversation that people have. How are they pressing charges using this? Okay. It's not like you're sitting there going like, oh, that person, they're going to die, and it's about an illness. Someone just having an illness, talking about the chances someone has, like, especially if like maybe this person in this family, their family members also have this like genetically, okay? Maybe it's something that you've seen, like they have other family members that have also passed away young. If you're just having a frank conversation about these things, it is just an objective observation of someone's state of health. I don't understand why this is something that they're using against someone to try and press charges, because you're not threatening to do anything to someone. You're not talking about how they're going to die at your hands. You're talking about this person having an illness. Okay. This has to do with wanting a protective order. Yes. That's what this is about. Yes. I'm sorry. Is that a crime? Is that a crime to make an observation that someone has health problems and they might pass away? What does that say? It's not at your hands. Real estate. Help. Why do I feel like it's something that, is this like a wire that went into someone's home? CPS at real estate property, helping, online business, medical records. I feel like it's medical history, okay? Crown chakra. Yeah, you're just talking about someone's medical history. I'm sorry, okay? That is not a crime. That is not a crime. Judge. Crown chakra with a judge here, okay? And this person's motive, okay? So a judge here has a motive with CPS at a real estate property because of an online business. And this has to do with jurisdiction. The motive behind a judge getting jurisdiction or changing jurisdiction, okay? Because of an ex, and because your ex is a gang member. So your ex is a gang member, and this judge is working together with your ex who's a gang member. So that was their motive to trying to change jurisdiction on something. J. Affair and karma. Karma and affair. I feel like this is not related. So this affair, it has something to do with the cards, right? Somebody apologizing to someone, saying sorry for an affair, saying sorry for keeping a relationship a secret, wanting to apologize, wanting to make it better, okay? And this karma is giving me you just speaking it out, maybe saying that if something happens to someone because of their health, then it might just be their karma. It might just be their karma. They saw this as an opportunity. You're not wishing it on someone. You're just saying that would be, maybe that's this person's karma. Okay. I don't know. This has to do with a warning, a catfish warning. So the catfish, King of Cups in reverse here, catfish, gets the warning that they have been exposed as a catfish, or there's a catfish warning. Or this catfish heard this conversation somehow. This catfish, this King of Cups in reverse, somehow caught wind of this conversation you had with someone, talking about someone's illness, talking about if someone maybe their illness is their karma, okay? Like, it doesn't even have to be someone's mother. This could even be just like someone, okay? This could be like someone does something horrible to you, does something absolutely horrible to your family. And the next thing you know, they end up in the hospital, okay? And almost, they got like a blood clot in their whole body, okay? It could even be something like that. Like you talking about someone having like a freak accident with their health, and this person just did something absolutely horrible to you and your family, and you're like, oh, is that their karma? Is that their karma? Where's karma? Karma's a bitch. I should've known better. Where is it? I don't know. It's gone already. So you going like, okay, maybe that's their karma, right? And they then turning around and catfish warning. The catfish then texts someone and says, oh my God, I have to warn you. I have to warn you that someone just threatened someone's life. They just threatened to do something to you and this person. Here I have the proof of someone talking about someone dying, but they're taking it out of context because you're literally talking about someone being in bad health or someone who might just pass away from their own illness unrelated to you. And they're saying, oh my God, they're going to do something to you. They want you dead. It's like, no, it's just, stop taking shit out of context, yo. The deal. A deal with an eviction. This has to do with a deal to evict a child, or the deal to evict someone and to kidnap a child. So the deal to evict someone and to kidnap a child has to do with this wire that is in someone's wall, or a listening device in someone's wall, or in someone's pipes or something like that in the home. There's a wire that was put in the home somewhere in someone's house. Post box in the mailbox. This has to do with something to do with the mailbox or with the mail. Computer or laptop. Is that a microphone? Why is this like a hacked microphone? Is this like a hacked microphone? A box? A computer or laptop box? A sound box? A sound box? I have a box. I have a sound box. That's why I'm getting it. It's right there on the floor. I don't know if it's something like that. It's like a bass box, right? And then it has the two speakers. Why do I feel like it has something to do with electronics, okay? Or like a computer or a laptop microphone? Like the sound system? Like the sound system, like a hacked microphone or something like that. Good news. Is that how they're listening to someone? UK. Good news, UK. Audit. Audio. Audit, it's audio. It has something to do with a sound box, a sound system. That's where the wire is. That's where the listening device is. 2222 on the clock. Cybercrime. Something about the wires. Something about audio, something about wires, something about a cybercrime. Forgery. Phone call, debt collection. That's how they found out about the debt collection. That's how they know about what you talk about on a phone. When you're calling people on the phone, what you talk about. So are you saying, wait a minute, are you saying that the listening device, or they're listening through someone's devices, like they're listening through a sound box, a sound system, or a computer, laptop, microphone? Computer or laptop comes out. I cannot, I just asked. So it's a computer microphone, or it's a laptop microphone. Debt collection. Protective order. When they hacked your laptop or when they hacked your computer, the same way they got a protective order, computer or laptop, when they hacked this, they hacked the microphone. That's what you're, money, microphone, offshore account, tracing back the money. Mail, coerced Westfield. Why do I feel like it's microphone? Coast, C-O-E-R, microphone, M. It's the microphone. It's someone's microphone. That's how they heard all these things. That's the wiretap. It's a hacked computer, laptop, and a hacked microphone. And this is where they heard you talk about someone having a physical disease, L. This is how they heard you talk about someone having a physical disease. With L, I mean, L maybe is like, maybe in someone's name, okay? Or the person you talked to or talked about. Pressing charges, metadata. And then they use this metadata. They're using that. How are they doing that? M, meeting, M. So they have a hacked microphone. They are listening to someone in their own home with a microphone through your computer or laptop microphone. They're listening to what you're saying, and then with the software, They're recording what you're saying and then sending it somewhere. Are you fucking kidding me? And they heard you talking about someone having a disease? IL? That's who you could have been talking to, okay? A truck driver. Trace back. Something traced back to a truck driver. Corrupt, copycat. This copycat is corrupt. Microphone, man. Why do I feel like it's a microphone? They're listening to you. Spirit wants someone to know they're listening to you through a microphone. On a computer or laptop. Talking about S. That's how they know that you know all these things. N and marriage. N and marriage, yes. That's how they heard all your conversations. CPS. Crime of passion, witness. A protective order, vacation, case files. Vacation, case files. Break into an IP address. Breaking into an IP address. They broke into someone's, I feel like Wi-Fi network. They broke into your computer. They broke into your laptop. Broke in IP address out of revenge. Income garnishment, N, and a hotel. Secret society, and they think they're doing this in secret. S. ID card. Pharmaceutical drugs and a contract. SEX. That's how they're, ew, screenshots. That's fucking whack. If they're listening to a microphone, then they're also maybe hearing you have like SEX with your partner. That's unsettling. That's unsettling. Listening to you having SEX because they're listening to you through a microphone. Screenshots. That's the sign or the message. Oh my God. You. That's the sign or the message. Undercover Wi-Fi. Oh my God, that's really the whole sign. That's the whole message right there. Is that you need to be aware of this. So where is it? Is it a microphone on a computer or laptop, or where's the wire? How are they listening to someone? Google search, credit card. Is it a sound system? Search, credit card. Google search, credit card. That's the smoking GUN right there. N. Prescription and N. It's a microphone. CO. Neighbor. How a neighbor is projecting something. The neighbor is projecting something through a microphone. I feel like they're projecting like what you're saying into their own house through a software or something like that. Investment. They are invested into this. Investment are. Deposit. That's how they have some sort of information about a deposit. B and F, FB, and a video. Why do I feel like the video is like a recording, like a voice recording? Audio. I don't think it's video. I think it's audio. I think it's audio. The audio is coming from some sort of a microphone that they've hacked into. And then what? They're pretending like you're saying these things, but in reality, it's them recording what you're saying through a hacked microphone and then just cutting it up to fit what they're trying to make it look like. Saying that they're a witness. IP address. SEX. Oh my God, this is sick, yo. Because this makes me feel like they were listening to someone have SEX with their partner. IP address. Screenshots. You. N keeps coming out. N over and over again. You. Warning forgery. Warning something is forged. Something is not real. Warning something is a forgery. Something is not real. Yes. Yes. Warning. Whatever this audio recording is, it is not real. It's been forged and it's from a hacked microphone. And then it's taken out of context. Oh my God. Something about talking about someone's medical history. You talking about someone's medical history, someone being ill, okay? Someone being sick. Somebody might pass away from their own chronic illness, and maybe that'll be their karma when they do, okay? That's not a fucking crime, talking about someone being sick, chronically ill, someone who's done a lot to you, someone who's abused you possibly, okay? But they have this information, they have this sound, this audio from a hacked microphone, and they're cutting it up to make it sound like you're saying something different. And also something about SEX. And an affidavit, something about buying something, affidavit. Organized crime. Will or wall? Or a counterfeit will? A counterfeit will. Or something in the wall? A counterfeit wall? Like a fake wall? Like something fake in the wall. What the fuck? E. Or like a microphone in the wall? Detective, cyber stalking, abuse. This is cyber stalking? Yeah, this is some serious cyber stalking and hacking. Injury. Talking about an injury. And trying to get someone evicted. These are people that stalked you so extremely by putting up like listening devices around your house because they tried to get you evicted. IL. This has to do with IL. Revenge. Somebody made a deal with IL. deal with IL to help do something so that they can project. What did IL do here? CPS. Selling, what the fuck? Selling CP? Selling CP, selling C? E is a narcissist. E is a narcissist. They were helping someone, this narcissist, because somebody told them that you were selling CP. That's why they hacked you this way. An account. W, office betrayal. W or M, betrayal here with with office. What do you mean with office? It's a microphone. Corrupt copycat. A microphone. Office computer. Why do I feel like it's a computer? Like your office computer. Computer. Copycat, corrupt. Office. Computer. Income garnishment, case files, and N. This has to do with some sort of case file surrounding N. Protecting N. Is the wire, is the listening device in someone's wall, like in their fucking home? Or is it in like a sound system? Is it in like a boom box? Is it in a microphone? Where is the wire? Where's the listening device? Where's the listening device? N. They thought they did this because they thought they were helping N. Corrupt. N. They thought they were helping N. They did this because they were helping N. IL again. LI. This is forgery. Cleaning surface sacrifice. No, it's about the letters. Again, CS, SAC. S, someone that is retired, that supported these people. B and J, JB, BJ. Canada. Someone took a bribe to steal something, to say that someone is depressed. Witchcraft. A. This has to do with a digital footprint. And A. Where is the fucking wire? Where's the listening device? Karma. Again with the SEX. S. Counterfeit. SC. SC. This is their warning. This is a warning for a detective. This is a warning for a detective because everything that they have is from cyber stalking. It's from cyber stalking. Yes, it's from cyber stalking. sex, that keeps coming out. It's really making me feel like listening to you while you're having relations with someone through a microphone or a wire. Income garnishment, office. Where the fuck is the listening device? Where is it? I want to, yes, where is it? Where's the listening device? Where is it? This was foul play. Lawyer, money or paper trail with an X and a lawyer. Where's the listening device? Perjury, a dirty official who committed perjury. Undercover, did this undercover, did this secretly. Running away, oh. To burn or destroy the evidence, but it's game over. E, will. Why do I feel like it's the wall? Why do I feel like it's in the wall? Because that was the deal with some sort of text messages. Amphetamine? The deal for some sort of text messages. A crime in the Midwest. Where is it in the microphone? Is it in a computer or laptop microphone, or is it in the wall? Where the fuck is the listening device? Metadata and R. A Google search. That's how someone gets the metadata of everything that you search for online. So it's hacked internet. It's hacked Wi-Fi, hacked router. They hacked your router, your Wi-Fi router. Third eye microphone. I cannot, okay, it's in the microphone. MCO. Microphone. I know it doesn't say that, but it's literally the letters, microphone. Third eye. Okay, so first they hacked your IP address or your router. Then they hacked your computer or your laptop, and then they hacked your microphones. So they're listening to you through your microphones on your computer or your laptop. Online business. Phone call. Oh, and your phone microphone too. Club or bar fake profile. And everything that you're saying in your own fucking home. In your own home, where they're listening to you with some sort of a hacking software, where they're listening to you through a microphone. They're using this information for this fake profile, this copycat. Ah, okay. You're going to jail. You are going to jail. The law. Yeah, whoever this hacker, you're going to jail. Stupid. F. VPN. Yeah, right. Broker. Cash. Something about being broke and needing cash. Something about, this is how they know that you're broke and you don't have any money. Z. D. Secret sexting. So someone here took money to hack into your Wi-Fi, to hack into the internet. A landline. Is that possible? A landline. Man, I only know this because I used to work for a company and we would try and sell people the fiber optics, right? The really fast one, the fiber optic cables. So when I was there and I learned about fiber optic cables, they told us that one of the good things about fiber optic cables is that you can't wiretap it like you can with the old landlines. wow, and something just flew right in front of me. So with the old landlines, you can, I guess, you can put some sort of a device on the cable and it will then read all sorts of information or data that goes through the landline. A neighbor, someone's neighbor, or a mechanic, an electrician, a maintenance worker. If you live in an apartment complex and they can get to the cable that runs through, you know, where the cable comes into the house is not your apartment. It comes in through the basement most of the time, and from there it then separates into all the different apartments. So is that what they did? They put a device on the landline. That's how they hacked into your, that's how they got all this information. It's giving me something like that. Chain reaction with a child. A chain reaction. A chain reaction. A chain. A chain. Somebody breaking the chain where the metadata comes through. That's what they got cash for. This is how they're doing that. This is how they're committing identity fraud. Someone's husband, police. This is how they did this. Somebody going to the police saying, I'm someone's husband. Identity fraud. This has something to do with the device that they used. Someone's husband going to the police, committing identity fraud. Has to do with your neighbors or someone's landline being hacked and someone being listened to through their microphones. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Wow, these people are insane. That's some insane cyber stalking, if you ask me. Because honestly, like what I'm thinking here, right, is if that's how they did it, if they have hacked in, or they're like extracting your metadata, or they're, you know, they're intercepting different conversations, wires, whatever the fuck they're doing there with this internet cable you have here. It doesn't matter how many times you restart or factory reset your computer. They're not, you get what I'm saying? It's like they're not hacked into the computer. They're hacked into the landline. I'm not sure how that works. I'm just assuming, you know, they can just keep getting back into it. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that for today. Okay, I think I got the message. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hope this helps, okay? Thanks for watching. Until next time.